And maybe the doors we fear to open are the ones that finally set us free. This is my place now.
Two Doors, Two Worlds. Aira and Abdulrahman. From Silence to Soul, written by Mrs. Sarwat. This book has 6 chapters. Chapter 1. The Mirror of Silence. There are moments in life when success feels heavier than failure. For Aira, that moment came quietly between deadlines and morning coffees, when the mirror stopped reflecting joy and began reflecting exhaustion. She was everything the world called strong, independent, educated, organized. Yet every night, she lay awake wondering why her dreams had turned into routines. The colors of her life had faded not all at once, but softly, like sunlight leaving a window 1 minute at a time. Across the world, in the heart of Jeddah, another soul worked in silence, a young Syrian artist named Abdulrahman Eid. He wasn't painting people or places. He was painting time itself. Tiny wooden balconies, carved windows, miniature doors, every piece whispered a story of the Hijaz past. Chapter 2. Why Hijaz Chose Him. Abdulrahman didn't find Hijazi heritage, it found him. Born in Damascus, he grew up surrounded by old courtyards and stone alleys that smelled of jasmine and rain. But when his family moved to Saudi Arabia, something unexpected stirred in him, a sense of belonging to a place he had known but somehow remembered. The Hijazi architecture, with its intricate rawasheen, wooden window screens, narrow lanes, and sun-washed walls, spoke to him like old poetry. He saw in it the same spirit that lived in Damascus: warmth, craftsmanship, and quiet pride. While others saw buildings, Abdurrahman saw souls. He once said, "Every window in Jeddah looks like it's guarding a story. Every balcony feels like it's watching the world with gentle patience." Hijazi heritage reminded him that beauty lives in details: the hand-carved wood, the soft echo of footsteps on coral stone, the balance between light and shade. It wasn't just art, it was identity, memory, and peace. So he began creating miniature worlds, sculpting old Jeddah in breathtaking detail: antique shops, clay teapots, copper lanterns, carpets rolled by unseen hands. Each sculpture was a love letter to a city, to history, and to the feeling of home that every wandering soul seeks. Chapter 3. Between Two Doors. One evening, far away, Aira found herself walking through narrow streets, chasing silence. She entered an abandoned art studio she used to visit years ago. The air smelled of dust and turpentine, and on the wall stood 2 wooden doors. One above, one below, joined by floating stairs. She didn't know why, but her heart whispered, "Look closer." It was as if someone had carved that wall for her, like a reflection of her confusion. 2 choices, 2 lives. Little did she know that the design of those doors had once existed in Abdulrahman's sketchbook. A concept he created for his Doors of Hijaz sculpture series, never released to the public. It was fate echoing through art. Aira reached out, opened the upper door, and stepped into light.
For the
Chapter 4. The Heritage of Hope. Aira stood in the White Room, where 2 doors were built into one wall. She opened the lower door and found herself looking into an old Hijazi courtyard. White walls, blue windows, and pink bougainvillea flowers filled the view. She stood silent for a few moments. Then her eyes caught a piece of newspaper on the floor. It showed a photo, Abdulrahman Eid's old Jeddah diorama. The same courtyard, same windows, same sunlight. Aira touched the image. It felt as if someone had sculpted her emotions into walls and light. How did he make something old look so beautiful? Maybe I can make my sadness beautiful too. That moment became her turning point. She realized art isn't a reflection of life, it's a remedy. Chapter 5. The Balcony of Belief. The next day, Aira watched an interview with Abdulrahman. He said, "When I recreate old Jeddah, I search for what people have forgotten: broken doors, faded colors, cracked walls. Beauty isn't only in what's new, it's hidden in the wounds of time." Something stirred in Aira's heart. She looked into the mirror, and behind her tears, a soft smile appeared. Maybe my life, too, is an old city, one I can repaint with my own hands. She now understood. Abdulrahman's art wasn't just visual, it was emotional wisdom. Chapter 6. the world between worlds. A few weeks later, Aira visited an art gallery. Abdulrahman's miniature models filled the room, old Hijazi doors, carved windows, soft lights, and in the center, a small brass plate, "My place." She paused, a quiet smile touched her face. No one knew who she was, but it felt as if her soul had been recognized. This is the same world I once lived in, silent, but beautiful. She realized Abdulrahman wasn't just showing buildings, he was sculpting the world inside every human heart. Epilogue. The door is yours. She climbed up to the balcony, where the wind carried the scent of the flowers. On the wall beside her, a bronze nameplate read, "Aira's Place." When I stepped out of that first door, I was lost between walls and silence. But sometimes you must walk through your own stillness to hear your heart. I didn't know the next door would lead me here, to light, to peace. Maybe the doors we fear to open are the ones that set us free. This is my place now, my world. If you ever feel lost, just open the next door.
Aira's life had changed.
She was still busy, still successful, but now she was alive. She learned that showing beauty isn't pretense, it's gratitude. You don't hide sadness, you give it meaning. Abdulrahman's art taught her. Just as he fills old Hijazi doors with light, I can fill my loneliness with hope. One day she stood on her balcony. The breeze carried the scent of flowers, and a quiet smile rested on her lips. My world didn't need to change. I just needed to see myself differently. I am a piece of art. Incomplete, but beautiful. Fade to white, 2 doors, 2 worlds.